Hello friends, today we're going to be reading Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathmann. Now looking at this cover, what do you think it's going to be about? I see a man in a uniform and a gorilla. What do you think it's going to be about? I think y'all are really going to like this book because it has a lot of animals in it. Let's get started. Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathmann. Here's some more pictures. Gorilla is swinging on a tire swing. Have y'all ever done that? I see a banana hanging down. We know that monkeys and gorillas love bananas, don't we? Good night, gorilla. Okay, so we have a zookeeper. Is he putting all the animals up? Look at this picture. Is the gorilla getting in its cage or is it getting out? What do you guys think? Good night, elephant. You think the elephant's going to stay in its cage? Good night, lion. Look at that lion. Good night, hyena. Good night, giraffe. Good night, armadillo. Do you see the armadillo? Uh-oh, all of the animals are getting out of the cage. What's happening in this picture? Is all of the animals going to his house? Look, there's his house. He's going into his house. What do you think is going to happen? They're still going to his house. Look at that giraffe. It's inside his house. Oh my goodness. They're in the bedroom. Do you think he knows that the animals followed him home? Good night, dear. His wife told him good night. All the animals are by their bed. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. That's all the animals telling them good night. What do you think is going to happen next? Whose eyes do you think that is? Can you guess? Oh no! The monkey is in the bed right beside the woman. What do you think she's gonna do? She's bringing them all back to the zoo. Look, all the animals are following her back into the zoo. Good night, zoo, says the woman. Good night, dear. Good night. Good night, gorilla. The gorilla ended up getting into their bed anyway. The end. Now, do you think this story was true? Do y'all think Goodnight Gorilla was true? No, I don't either. It was just a fun story. Do you know what you call that? We call that a fiction book. So now that we have read it, we can determine that Goodnight Gorilla was a fiction book. This book is directed towards pre-K to first graders, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.